Thing turned on. I'll call the meeting to order, and I believe we've got a quorum. And I'd also like to introduce Alexander Sharp, who worked with us in the Senate as a page and intern, and very much appreciate him being here. He's from the University of Mississippi now, and has been with us for about 5 years, I think, in the Senate. But glad to have you with us, Alexander. And Miss Ann, we'll start with the consent agenda.
Yes, sir. I'd like to request approval. First of all, there were no requests for public comment. I'd like to request approval of consent agenda items 1 through 10, which have been reviewed and recommended for approval by commission staff.
Move to approve.
That's a proper motion, properly seconded. Discussion. Might mention, I'm glad to see the Wittenberg building being renovated. Bo Watson and I had a tour of that a number of years ago, and I'm glad to see it's on the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. You adopt. And the next item, University of Tennessee.
Yes, sir. The next, we have University of Tennessee here for 2 items. We have President Randy Boyd here to present them.
President Boyd, good to have you with us.
Good to be here. Good morning, Governor and members of the commission. We have 2 projects for you today. Our first project's on page 4, and it's a request for approval of a project proceeding with the process to select a designer and utilizing best value alternative method associated with a campus ice storage system at Knoxville. This project will create an HVAC system that uses ice storage technology to serve multiple campus buildings. We request your approval.
Move to approve.
That's a proper motion, properly seconded. Discussion. See none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. You adopt.
Thank you. Our second project's on page 5 is a request for an approval of the early design phase as recommended by the state architect associated with the Friesen Center renovation and expansion project in Knoxville. This project is for construction of a new addition and renovation of the existing community spaces and exterior areas. We request your approval.
Move to approve.
That's a proper motion, properly seconded. Discussion. Hear none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. You adopt.
Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And thanks for the Wittenberg building.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next, we have 1 item for the Tennessee Board of Regents, and we have Executive Director Dick Tracy here to present that item.
Morning, County Governor, members.
Morning, Dick. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Our item is for the approval of provision and project scope and funding for the aviation campus replacement at the Tennessee College of Applied Technology in Memphis. This will allow us to acquire land and move the TCAT Memphis Aviation to Millington.
Move to approve.
That's a proper motion,
Second.
properly seconded.
That's one question.
Yes, Commissioner.
Thank you, Dick. I know we provided the $20 million in the budget last year. I did not remember that we were needed to purchase land. Was this in the budget, or how are we doing that?
No, sir. When we had the initial conversations with the airport, they discussed giving us some property that were on leased land. They came back, and what they wanted to do was actually lease us some more land. They leased us 10 acres under the same provisions of the current lease. We figured over the 30-year lease, it was going to cost us about $14 million just in lease payments. So we looked at other sites, and Millington is willing to sell us, or I think we're buying 40 acres at a little over $20,000 an acre. So that eliminates the need for the leasing the land and then replacing the campus in the future.
And so the funds are in this
Yes, sir. We're
amount
able
for
to- yes,
both
sir.
the building and the land, the
That's
new land that we're going to need to purchase.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
That's correct.
All right. Just to help me a little bit, I know a lot of these, it was on the airport for a reason that was convenient for a lot of the workers
Yes,
and all
sir.
of that. How far from that location is this one?
Well, we'll be next at the Millington Airport.
How far is that? I'm not as familiar.
It's a long way.
So from the initial airport, it's probably it's about equal distance from the campus, from the airport to the current location, and it's about the same to Millington. It's probably about 15 minutes away. It's probably a little closer in drive time. We don't really have a need to be on the airport. We don't bring in aircraft
Mhm.
off and on. We're able to utilize the current location. FedEx had given us a 737 that we had there, but it's been removed from the site. We've looked at that. We can do the same thing at this campus, even though it's not on the tarmac, but we can move one across the street if we need to.
Okay, I guess just want to be sure that TBR is comfortable with that their educational goals can be realized in this location, which I assume they're going forward, they are.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Actually, the site will allow us to offer some other programs at the other site, plus some growth in the future.
mhm.
One of the things that we're going to do initially is we're going to expand our truck driving for that site. So we have enough we acquired enough property that we can start the truck driving program there
Okay.
adjacent to the aircraft.
Okay, great.
So-
Thank you. No further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. Senator Ackberry and Senator Taylor had mentioned they had supported this project. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. You adopt.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Our next item is for the Department of Corrections, and we have Assistant Commissioner Bobby Strader here to present this item.
Commissioner, good to have you with us.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good to be here. Good morning, Mr. Speaker and members of the commission. Commissioner Strata sends his regrets that he was not able to be with us this morning, but I have one item for your consideration and approval today. The Tennessee Department of Correction is here to move forward with this smoke evacuation system project for the Northeast Correctional Complex located in Mountain City, Tennessee. This project overbid in November of 2024, and the agency prioritized the smoke evaluation work over the general HVAC replacement work. The project was rebid on October the 22nd of 2025, and only one bidder, Norwell Company, Inc., responded with a base bid in excess of the MAC due to the project's location. The request for reallocation of funding will allow us to utilize sufficient funds within the project budget to complete the life safety objectives of the design, to install a new building automation system, and all smoke evacuation replacement components for the housing units. We ask for your approval of the revision of project scope and funding to award the project.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Probably moved and seconded. Discussion. Tell me a little bit about the smoke evacuation. Is that in case of a fire or is it?
Yes, sir. That's in case of the fire, that the smoke will be diverted from, be it the staff or be it the inmates that have not been released from their cell as yet.
Okay. And the issue with the one company was that very few companies like to bid on correction projects and then the distance
Yes, sir.
up in the
And
mountains.
that's the advantageous piece for Norwell, the fact being that they were in the east and we were able to take advantage of that financially.
Okay. Very good. Further discussion? See none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. You adopt.
Thank you, sir. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Our next item is for the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, and we have Deputy Commissioner Heather Gunderson here to present this item.
Ms. Gunderson, good to have you with us.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Mr. Speaker and members of the commission. Commissioner Williams is out of town today and wasn't able to be present herself, so she sends her regrets. We have one item for your consideration and approval today on page 8 of the agenda. The Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services is excited to bring forward, in partnership with our energy services contractor, CMTA, this energy savings performance contracting project for our Western Mental Health Institute campus in Bolivar, Tennessee. Constructed in 2008, the hospital continues to operate with its original mechanical, plumbing, and electrical infrastructure designed for 15 to 20 year service life. Despite the outstanding efforts of facility staff to maintain these systems, they're now beginning to become in a critical or failed condition, jeopardizing reliability, efficiency, and occupant comfort. The teams developed a comprehensive project that will modernize and restore the facility's infrastructure through the replacement of various HVAC components such as chillers and water pumps, water components such as distribution piping, pumps, and heat exchangers, and electrical components such as LED lighting. The team will also work with the local electrical utility to diagnose and address electrical surges that the facility has experienced in recent years that we believe may have contributed to a reduced lifespan for some of these components. This project has identified opportunities to reduce energy and operational costs by more than $290,000 annually, creating a project that is both fiscally self-sustaining and operationally transformative. It represents a significant step forward in the state's ongoing commitment to fiscal responsibility, operational excellence, and long-term sustainability, setting the foundation for improved reliability and performance across the department's portfolio. Thus, we ask for your approval of a project utilizing the Energy Savings Performance Contracting Delivery Method.
Move to approve.
That's a proper motion, properly seconded. Discussion. And you'll report back every 5 years on the progress
Yes, sir.
made towards, I think takes you 20 years to recognize savings. Is that correct?
Is it 20? Yes, sir. 20 years.
All right.
Mhm.
Yes. Commissioner Bryson.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Just a quick question. What's the time, about how long before this gets put into place? Do we know?
We're hoping to have the chiller part done by fall when it
Mhm.
gets cold again. I'm not sure the rest of it, but that's the primary push right now. So they're moving aggressively on that timeline.
Some notes from my staff say that you all are renting equipment now
That
to
is
do that.
correct.
Would you expect then next fall for that rental cost to go away?
Yes,
Do you know
exactly.
do you know about what that cost is?
Oh, I should have brought that with me. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I can get that for you.
That'd be great. That's
Okay,
fine.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Further discussion? Hear none. All in favor, say aye.
Mhm.
Opposed, nay. You adopt.
Thank you. Okay.
Next, I'd like to request approval of the minutes of the State Building Commission meeting held on November 13th, 2025.
Move to approve.
Proper motion, properly seconded. Any additions or corrections? Hear none. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, nay. You adopt.
Next, I'd like to request approval of revisions to the SBC bylaws, policies, and procedures, item 2.04B7.
Second.
Is that just, that's not just a report item, is it?
No,
No,
it's a
okay.
revision to policy.
Okay. Any discussion on any of the items? Hear none. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, nay. You adopt. A little quick on the gavel. Sorry about that.
You just can see into the future.
I was.
Next, I'd like to report a number of items that were approved by the Office of the State Architect in accordance with the SBC bylaws, policies, and procedures. These include 12 change orders, one capital project with total project cost between $100,000 and $1 million, one alternative delivery method, 3 revisions in funding for a capital project with no change in the total project budget, 1 addition of scope, and 1 CMGC award. I'd also like to report 1 designer additional services request submitted by Stream, the quarterly status report of current projects in the transportation improvement programs, and the quarterly report of the advisory board for the Metro Nashville District Energy System. Those are our report items.
Any questions on the report items? Hear none. I'll deem those items accepted.
I have one further item. I would like to request approval of corrections to 5 items in the minutes of the SBC meeting held on July 10th, 2025.
Okay, that'll take a motion, I believe. Is there a motion? Proper motion, properly seconded. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. You adopt.
I have no further business for the commission.
Thank you. We'll stand in adjournment. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, sir. Good to see you.
Good to
Just
see
for
you.
the room, I'm just going to wait till I
Thank you.
hear that
Y'all
the
did
live
the same.
streaming's been switched over to the ESC. Get started with that.
What?
She's waiting for the next meeting to start when she knows the equipment's been properly transitioned for the meeting.